So in this session, we will be able to ask the questions, do schools get the money, and do schools receive the funding that they are supposed to receive, and how well they actually utilize the funding in their schools. The PESA report has been frequently released. The one that we are referring to is the PESA report for 2012. The survey is done on a national scale, and the report basically draws some main conclusions regarding finance, regarding school finance in India. This report is on budgetary allocations and expenditure for elementary education in India. Report basically tracks school expenditures and also learning outcomes as it is a part of the ASAR survey. We know that the 12th policy plan includes improving learning outcomes as one of the goals. So, really linking the student outcomes with the funding that the schools receive becomes very critical to see whether the schools are actually equipped with the funding that they need to improve learning outcomes or not. Report highlights that this outcome based education system, which focuses on student learning, needs also to be focusing on autonomy and innovation, which is not really the case so far. So, basically understanding this report helps to understand, can the current instruments of governance enable this transformation in India? What are some of the funding mechanisms? Who makes these decisions? Does the school really receive the funding that they are supposed to get, and what do they actually do with this funding that is available? We see that the report in 2012 PESA report highlights that the districts have very little expenditure control over the expenditures that they do, and the states and the government, that the national governments and the states make majority of the decisions. The districts don't really have a lot of say in where this money should go. SSA, Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan financing system priorities had included couple of inputs that are key in any education system. In India, they had highlighted teachers and infrastructure as the main inputs. The report basically highlights some questions that are key to the education system in India. One is, do schools get their money? Does the money reach on time? Do schools always get all the money that is promised to them, and how do they plan to spend the money and on what different activities? Linking it to the right to education norm, the report highlights that there is a gap in terms of the achievement of RTE norms and what the data suggests. For example, this particular data goes against the norm that is prescribed by the Right to Education Act. 25% of the schools also don't have any separate toilets for girls. The report also states that 47% of the schools had fewer classrooms than that are required by RT. The main conclusions of the PESA report are basically stating that there is insufficient funding, but more so the more important part is who gets the autonomy to decide where the money should be going, and clearly the schools nor the districts have the autonomy to decide where this funding should be going. School management committees still remain on the fringe. They have really not been involved in any of the decision making, though there is a norm that the money should be going to their accounts, but that is really not the case, and they are really not being a part of the stakeholder group that should be making these decisions on the financing of the schools. The state capacity to fund is also limited. They are not able to fund all the requirements of the schools. There's also in terms of the supply chain, there's also a delay in the inputs that are being given to the schools that come in much later than when the academic year really begins. So there's a gap between how the funding is spent as well as who is involved in the decision making. So there are many levels of structures that need to really improve here. Allocations of SSA increased in this particular over the past couple of years, but the expenditure has not kept up. So there is a lot of money that is still unspent lying in the government coffers. Learning levels as shown by ASAR is again stagnating, as the ASAR report finds out, but there's also so there is a disconnect between funding allocations as well as the learning outcomes. There are also a lot of vacancies, teaching positions that are still vacant, and there's a lot of lack of capacity to carry out the Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan RTE norms as given by the by some of the facts that I have mentioned from the ASAR and PESA report. The focus should be towards building state capacity and capacity to spend allocations effectively and on learning. So, for example, how can the parent teacher associations be better informed? How can they be a part of the decision making system? How can we include the teachers and schools in the decisions around when the funding is there, when the funding really arrives at the school, and how it should really be spent on in critical ways that make the system, make the funding mechanisms much more efficient. There is also the report suggests that there should be much more decentralized school monitoring system. Right now the monitoring system is much more structured and it's ad hoc, therefore the funding therefore the school monitoring system should be much more decentralized and including a lot of public private partnerships, including a lot of communities and stakeholders that need to be a part of the school, making sure that the school really functions and does its responsibilities, fulfills its responsibilities. Elementary education budget increased by 23% between 2010-11 and between 2012 and 13. Sarv Shiksha allocations, as the report mentioned, also increased by 57% between 2010 and 2013. Teachers received the largest share of this particular increase. There was also a significant, but there's also significant dip in the expenditure among other items that the report highlights. At the same time, there's also been this stagnating growth or stagnant growth on learning levels, which have not kept pace with the increasing allocations and the increasing allocation towards this particular budget. So, the funding has improved. In other ways, the funding in going to the schools has improved, but the learning levels have really not improved. The report asks for the communities to participate as well as the schools as well as the system to be decentralized, to be able to make sure that the funding mechanism is efficient and open. So, more discussions or more ideas around making sure that there is a lot of open discussion, open engagement on how much money the school is receiving, how is it being spent, and how can we improve the learning levels which reflect the increase in the funding as well.